I really enjoyed this movie.
Oh, thank you.
I thought it was really well done, and I'm going to label it as a new type of bromance.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Appreciate you.
I'm definitely first for talking about the movies before I get into.
How about we call it a Brahma?
Um,
Yeah,
Or Brahmady.
A Brahmady.
Brahmavadi.
Yeah. All right, we'll get there. Go ahead.
I'm very curious for the two of you. How have you been explaining the film? Because the film takes some unusual turns, which I don't want to talk about. And
Great, thank you.
No problem. And
Awesome.
I sort of want to know how you guys have been telling people. You know, are you just explaining it as like a new type of high school reunion movie?
I just call it a dark comedy, you know? It's a dark comedy about the least popular guy in school trying to change history a little bit, and the most popular guy from school, and you know, wait, this is a long way to describe it. You were asking for the short version. Let's leave it at that. That's all I'll say. Well, how do you describe it?
Like, how would you one-line
Nutshell
this movie?
it.
Tough. It's a tough movie to one-line.
Nutshell it.
That's why I'm
Nutshell
asking
it. It's a reunion movie, but it's two guys. I can't. It's a guy trying to get the coolest guy back to go to the reunion so that he can get validation from all the guys who hated him in high school or something like that.
Not bad. I like that.
All right.
Something like that at the end.
Something like
But
that.
being serious though, without getting into specifics, I really do like that I've seen a lot of high school reunion movies, and I do appreciate that this one is all new.
It's hard to one-line it because that's why it's good.
Yes.
If it's a bad movie, it's easy to go, it's a guy who works at the mall. And he's a cop.
You're talking about
Well,
Paul
it's the
Blart
first thing that
Mall
popped
Cop.
into my head. It's the first thing that popped into my head.
Oh,
And like
is it?
wacky stuff happens. Like this is
Exactly.
deeper than that.
What was the worst job you had before you got into acting?
Yeah, you know what? I have to confess, I never really had a real job. I did for a minute have a job as a telemarketing guy. I was selling like audio tapes of whale sounds for relaxation, and I wasn't good at it. I sold zero.
Selling them or making the whale sounds?
Selling them, please. And I sold zero audio tapes, but the dude next to me was super bored of his job, and he was just like, buy these whale sounds that make you relaxed. $20. And he was selling them like pancakes, and I was like, I was really selling them hard, but people could just sense my bullshit.
You did an Atari commercial.
And I quit, and when I quit, and I thought, I'm quitting this job, and I'm gonna be an actor, or else I'm just gonna live at my mom's house for the rest of my life. And I really just applied myself. I put myself into it 1,000%. That was it.
Worst job for you?
I mowed a lot of lawns in high school. It was kind of it wasn't a bad job.
You actually loved it.
I enjoyed it. It was a little manual labor, but I liked it.
You've never had a job you didn't like.
I was a teen news anchor for a local TV station.
That doesn't sound like a bad job.
Wasn't a bad job,
You
but
love
kind of
that job.
kind of an embarrassing job.
I'm gonna ask you a favor. Can you now leave the room? Because it sounds like you've had all good jobs. So
I volunteered at a geriatric center for
Again?
a
Damn.
summer
Wait a
for
second.
for no pay.
That means you have a heart of gold.
right.
Well,
My last question for the two of you.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for two upcoming projects that you both have. One is Kung Fu Panda 3. I legitimately want to see it. Like, I want to know what it's about.
Thank
What
you.
can tease people. And you are doing something with Jonathan Nolan on HBO.
Motherfucker.
that I am so excited for. What can you tease about that project? How's it going?
I can't tell you much about it because I honestly don't know.
You don't
that
need to say
about
much
it.
about it.
Don't.
You can say Westworld, can't you?
Westworld.
Fucking
that is it.
badass,
That's it.
man. So
That's
good.
a huge tease.
Yeah.
And you can say who's
we haven't
involved.
started
can't you say?
shooting it. Yeah, it's Anthony Hopkins and Ed Harris and
Nolan.
Jeffrey Wright and Nolan. And
Is he directing too?
Nolan directed the pilot.
Son of a bitch.
And Abrams is producing. It's
J.J.
cool.
Abrams.
JJ's
Now,
producing.
what does that mean when you say Abrams is producing? Does that mean that he came down and watched some?
A little bit for now, yeah. He wasn't.
He didn't dip
was
his
busy.
toe
he
on
was
set.
He was busy saving Han Solo.
Yeah, he was busy.
Yeah.
He was busy.
That's what he was busy doing.
But now
Panda.
to change the subject to me, Kung Fu Panda Part 3, what I can tell you is It's so good. God, it's
I love
good.
it. I love it. I want to
It's
show you
got
the video.
me in it.
Me being you.
Dude. We
doing
got
a scene with
we got
my
a
3-year-old
kick-ass
daughter.
villain, dude, who you may have seen in a little movie called Whiplash.
Ooh,
That dude.
J.K.
And I know his name, J.K. Rowling.
Simmons.
Simmons. J.K. Rowling.
Just keep rolling.
J.K. motherfucking Simmons.
J.K. Livins.
And he's great. And also, I can say another actor. I don't know what I can say.
I don't know what you can say either.
But I'll say this. You may know him from Breaking Bad. His name is the dude from Breaking Bad. The guy with the bald and the hat and the yes! What's his name?
The actor?
I think it could be Bryan Cranston.
Brian.
Of course it's Bryan Cranston. This is a test. It's Bryan Cranston.
Thank you both so much.
You're welcome.